Hi, my name is Wayne Bierlein. I farm in Tuscola County with some ground in Saginaw and Bay counties. We're out here based by Reese, Michigan. We're doing a little experiment again this year with bearing underwear like we've read in the magazines, which is a test of soil health. This is our second full year of no-till, 100% no-till. We haven't done any deep tillage in about 6 years. At that point, we were only deep tilling our wheat stubble, and we started planting cover crops behind wheat, and we sold the ripper. So our goal in this is to work on soil health, get the microbial activity, the earthworms going. So part of that process, we worked with Saginaw Conservation District, and last year we got together and planted some underwear. And it was very interesting what we found, but we had questions. And part of the answer that we were told was it was kind of a timeline on deep tillage. The farther away from deep tillage, the healthier the soil, and the more of the underwear had disappeared, been eaten by the microbes in the soil. So we're out here today and we're going to plant some underwear again, and we'll go back to some of the same places we planted last year. We're also going to plant a pair in crepe that has been crepe for over 20 years just to see what that is like, and then we'll have the results back in a few weeks. Okay, so now this pair is going into ground that has been crepe as long as we can remember. We picked this farm up probably 15 years ago and it was crepe going in, and we maintained the crepe. So we're gonna plant one here and see what this turns out to be. Should be interesting. Okay.
Hi, I'm Scott Breckelsbauer. I work with the Bierleins and work at B&B Cover Crop with Jacob. And this is a field that I just purchased this past year. So it was tilled twice in the spring to get it leveled off. The previous owner did a lot of tillage, and so it's been tilled pretty heavily. So this year, to level everything off, and I hauled some dirt in some different spots, we did some tillage in here. So we're gonna give this a shot and see what happens. Hopefully it will not have to be tilled by us ever again. We had to do significant amount of tile repair in this farm, as there's a lot of them that are fairly shallow, and they're at best 50 foot apart. So that's in the plans down the road, is to retile this farm. And as we dug up here, it's still fairly wet and sticky underneath, even though it's been warm and dry for quite a while. I expect to be able to wear these underwear when we dig these up. This is our last field we're gonna bury underwear in today. This is a field that was cereal rye last year that we harvested. And then we planted the cover crop of crimson clover, buckwheat, some more cereal rye again, and tillage radishes. So we're gonna dig this one up here and see what we get. We're hoping to find mostly just a waistband when we dig it up in a few weeks. We're just trying to see if it'll vary by soil type and by drainage. This is a very well drained field also.